Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, Martin Luther King, and today we're talking about just, I guess, racism and generalizing in general. I wanted to, I guess, have a more somber, serious note. I've always found Martin Luther King to be a visionary when it came to pointing out the fucking obvious when it comes to just human beings, interactions, and how you should be and operate in front of other people. I think we've come a long way as far as thinking that we should have separate water fountains for different races, and I'm glad that we're in a world where I could be friends with whoever I want to, no matter what they look like. I enjoy that and I appreciate that, and I think that's something that Martin Luther King did help, establish with us. He didn't directly do it himself, but he definitely, helped in some way where it's just one of those things where it's I mean, back in, that time, and I feel like he could have did so much more if he was still around, and unfortunately he's not. I feel like there are people out there who just harbor hate for other people just because of the color of their skin, and it's kind of fucked up to think that there's still people who think that way. I mean, I find certain cases of racism to be funny. I find comedy in general, if something is being talked about on a stage with a microphone and they're trying to make people laugh, normally it shouldn't be taken too seriously. I find it to be one of those things where racism is one of those things that it's still around, and it's unfortunate, and I don't feel I don't know, I feel like things happen and they're very PC nowadays, and I hate the fact that we by trying to shelter us from the awful things of the world, we hide the fact that we should be able to be free to be talking about them. My best friend always said that, yeah, I like fried chicken, but who doesn't like fried chicken? He is a black man. I mean, he makes a good point. I don't think that what he says is ridiculous or as a joke, but it makes you think. It's like, it's true. Stereotypes shouldn't be taken too seriously, and I don't think racism is something that should be, lately in high demand anymore. But there's people out there that I don't know, just hate for the sake of hating. And I don't know, I just wanted to bring that up because I think around this time and just in general, there's people who have been hating because people are just different, and I feel like it'll always be a thing. There's something that people want to hate people for, whether it's out of their control or not, and it's just unfair, I guess. So I feel like, try to look at life in a way that you're just like everyone else. You have the same thoughts, ideas, maybe not ideas because maybe you want to build an air balloon out of gross bed sheets. That's fine too. But the concept of you're just like everyone else shouldn't be too ridiculous to you. You're a living human, being thing. I know people have this thing of everyone's special in their own way. And that's a way of thinking, but is also a awful way of thinking, because essentially we're all the same. We all have the same parts. We all have the same, maybe not, God forbid I offend some kind of feminist and say they don't have a penis or whatever. But you're all made the same way. You all have organs, and whether or not your sex is this or that, you're still like everyone else. And I just think that's something that you should always have a clear thought in mind about, because there's stereotypes that still kind of bother people to this day, and there's stuff that shouldn't be too big or either taken too seriously or shouldn't be that big of a problem for people. I guess that's it. I just wanted to bring up, I guess, a more serious note of just racism and how you just shouldn't do it. Just don't do it. Don't be rude to a man because he's Asian or Mexican or You know, I feel like more and more nowadays people give Mexican people a bad rap because they I don't know, Trump. I want to say just Trump. Trump makes it seem like, you know, Hispanic people, Latina people, whatever you want to call them. Oh God. My point is that everyone has their own ideas, everyone has their own mind, everyone has their own organs and body parts, but essentially you're the same person when it comes down to it. You know, it's just skin deep. Skin deep. That's all it really is, and I think racism gets something forgotten from time and time again, that people think it's okay to you know, attack someone for being different than them. Just racism, segregation in general, just things that shouldn't be happening. And I feel as if that's something that I would want to believe that Martin Luther King would still be working on today. I essentially just wanted to talk about Martin Luther King Day, and it's something that I feel is a good thing to talk about, because it's still something that bothers us today. Even now when he's not around, it's the discrimination, it's segregation, it's just in general. And he did it in a peaceful way that didn't make it seem like we had to hate each other while trying to make things right. And I guess that's it. That's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed your Martin Luther King Day. I don't know how you would, but I hope you enjoyed it, and you take, you know, a little bit of consideration and thought into what I said today, just because I wanted to, you know, remind people that it's a big deal to even try to just not bring hate into things that shouldn't be. You know, there's no need for it. Sometimes people just hate for the sake of hating. You know, sometimes you'll see someone and say, I don't like their face, or I get a bad vibe off them. That's fine too. They're probably a douchebag. That's okay. But, you know, it's just a matter of seeing them as a human being and seeing them as a person. And I think that's what I wanted to, you know, take focus of today, because I think Martin Luther King wanted to try to just show everybody that no one is that different from each other, and there's no reason why you need to hate each other because of the way you look. And he helped people of every kind of race see that, you know. All kinds of races saw that from him, because he tried to make people see. Essentially, Martin Luther King showed everybody that no one's special. No one is special. And I think he's right. No one is really special. So what we took away from this Martin Luther King Day is no one is special. Thank you guys for watching. If I haven't got someone to find out the secret subliminal character or person that I've been showing up in the videos, I figured out what I'm going to do. I'm giving away a box. It's from GameStop. It's a box full of just random shit. It's a pop in there. There's a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna give that away, and I figured that out, after the video that I announced that. So we're going to give that away, and if someone can find out who I am trying to subliminally put into these videos, keep in mind, if you do know me in a personal level, you're not allowed to win this, because I know most of my people who are subbed to me are at right now, because I am a goddamn loser and don't have enough subs. But yeah. That's going to be a thing, and we're going to have that, hopefully, to give away if someone tries to guess it. If we can get people to watch more of these videos, if you guys can get this out to as many people as you can, just start showing people my videos, I guess. I don't know. I just want to get people out there and try to build this community that I want to build, and I guess there's not really much to it right now. And I kind of am laying out my whole plans for something that I wish would just happen. It kind of feels stupid. And okay, that's it. Bye-bye. No one fucking wanted it, and people fucking love it. I don't know why. It's essentially just another fucking dub-over thing. And I don't think these things will ever die. It's kind of like, they're like fucking, what's the term? It's like corruption accounts, or there's just like spam bots. It's like you get rid of one, another one will just pop back up, and then